Good morning, good afternoon, and or good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Warriors Den from home. Just an FYI that we are pre-recorded today, but we have some news to share, and to do so, I've got my colleague Clarissa who's with me today. How are you?
I'm doing pretty great, a little tired, but
We've got so much to
we
do. We've
have
got
a
so much to talk
lot.
about.
Like today is gonna be, it's a short show, but it's
Jam-packed.
it's gonna be a really good show. But how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. As people may have seen on social media, is that today we're handling two topics. The first one is our plan for next gen. The For Honor that you know and love is going to next gen. That is confirmed. So a little hyper clap in the chat, please. And also, we've got the Dominion series, Clarissa, that you're going to get into today. So we've
Yep.
got Laurent that's going to come talk about next gen, the plan, and what it means for you guys that are on console and are heading to next gen. But we have a bunch of other stuff that we want to talk about, just housekeeping stuff, some in-game news first. So let's start off with Azarus. Can you explain to the folks back at home what Azarus is, please, Clarissa?
Yep. So if you are watching on our Twitch channel, you'll see a red button on this side. That is the Azarus button. From time to time, there will be questions popping up based on the show. It is multiple choice. And when you answer the questions correct, you get these credits called Ubies, which you can use to redeem For Honor rewards such as XP boosts, scavenger crates, champion statuses, and more. So all you need to do is click on that icon. And if you haven't authorized your Twitch account yet, just do so. Just follow the steps. And if you have, all you need to do is just wait for the pop-up to come on. So just pay attention to the show because all the answers are right there. And of course, we don't want you to forget that we still have our Azarus Creator Program, which you can apply for if you are a For Honor streamer. Basically, you will have the Azarus extension onto your stream, and you will get to have it you get to interact with your chat with fun things like how many kills will you get, and then they get to guess. So it's really, really cool. We highly recommend you checking it out on Azarus.io. But of course, not only do we have Azarus for you, but we have Twitch drops. Woo!
Get it.
So, of course, everybody who watches the show for at least 30 minutes will receive one scavenger crate. But also, every 10 minutes throughout the show, a handful of lucky viewers will be randomly selected to receive the Community Battle Outfit, Honor and Gratitude, made by one of the community artists, English Butter. Of course, as always, it's important to note that notifications is delayed 24 hours to allow full processing for Twitch and Ubi. So if you don't get a notification today about your Twitch drops, do not worry. You just have to wait until tomorrow.
Yeah, that is correct. So you want to make sure that you link that account so that you can get all of that good stuff. And now moving into the news for today before we get into next gen for Honor, for those of you who are joining late, and as well as the Dominion series that we'll talk about later on, that's starting up pretty soon. So this week we've got an arcade weekly quest, Paragons and Sovereigns. As you feast with your allies, one of them asks you about a legendary Wulin sovereign. Yes, it was indeed one of my ancestors who defeated them eons ago. You answer with a witty smile. So I guess you have to figure that out. If you guys are owners of the Marching Fire DLC, you guys get access to that Arcade Weekly Quest today. And if not, we've got an event order ranked Slayer challenge. You guys know the drill by now. And if you don't, it's be the faction with the most takedowns performed. That starts tomorrow, October 9th, and that ends October 12th at 3 p.m. EDT. So if not, we also have a roadmap, if I'm not mistaken, Clarissa?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of October, meaning we have a monthly roadmap for you. Here it is. So we just went over what's coming to the game today and tomorrow, so October 8th and 9th. But following that week, on October 15th, we return with Arcade and another content of the week. Following that weekend, we have Extra XP's Fest from October 16th to the 19th. And on October 22nd, we have the Year 4 Season 3 title update 2, a little event teaser, hint, hint. And of course, Extra Loot Fest, which is going on from October 22nd to November 12th. So it's not just one weekend. Also, Twitch drops entire directory and arcade. So we have a lot of stuff happening October 22nd, which we'll also get into more details about in the next Warriors Den. Following that weekend as well, we have the Dominion series open pools beginning. And we're going to conclude the October month with another arcade and content of the week.
So much stuff, and maybe the reason why we're a bit tired today, but that doesn't matter because we have so much to talk about. Again, let's go to the content of the week. We've got new moods. So we got Medicinal Transcendence and new battle outfit, Medicinal Dreams. And we'll be right back with Lara to talk about Next Gen and For Honor. If you missed it, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Joined back now to talk about Next Gen and For Honor, we have a very special guest, Lara Schwinner, who is project lead programming here on For Honor. Lara, welcome to the show. It's been a while since we've had you on, actually since dedicated servers. Right. I just want to welcome you to the show. How are you today? And maybe remind the folks at home what you do on For Honor.
All right. Well, thanks for having me, Michael. I'm doing great today. Really happy to be on the show. So on the project, I'm responsible for the programmers on the tech side. And the tech side is comprised of all of the online stuff, engine programming, 3D, and the tooling. All of that is what we do on the tech team on For Honor.
Yeah, and all things that I do not understand one bit. So that's fine. All right. So Lara, let's get right into the details. I know that Next Gen is, of course, a big topic of conversation since its announcement. What can you tell us about For Honor and being accessible on Next Gen?
All right. Well, today we're able to confirm that For Honor is going to be available on Next Gen through the backward compatibility, and we will be providing that with a graphical and some graphical enhancements that are going to be available at launch. Those enhancements, it's the water reflection that is improved, level of details that is increased, the shadow resolution that's increased, and the texture filtering that is improved. Those were what's available right now on the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X consoles. So these are enhancements that we are carrying over to the next gen. However, we're also adding the 4K resolution, which is going to be able to work at the same time as these enhancements. On the PS4 Pro, the way it was set up, we had a setting that was available for you to choose between high details, which was the rendering improvements, and high resolution for 4K resolution. Now we are able to have both of them at the same time together for the PS5. And for the Series S, it's going to be at 1080p with all of the enhancements turned on at the same time.
That's awesome. And so that's available at launch. So again, backward compatibility mode. So it's the same For Honor that we know and love, and plus all of the graphical enhancements that you just listed. I guess the next question that I have for you, and one that is a pretty big topic when we talk about next gen and console players in general. Is there anything that will be coming later on, Laurent?
Yes. There's something we've been working on. Indeed, a bigger thing, and it's the 60 FPS. For sure, we're going to, towards a later date, we'll be preparing for a launch of 60 FPS on all next-gen consoles.
That's awesome. And again, we'll have more details. We have an article that's going to be coming out today that's going to be detailing everything that Laurent is saying as we speak, as we present on the Warriors Den. But so keep in mind that we'll have more details on 60 FPS. But that's confirmed again. That's going to be at a later date. That's great. That being said, there's one last question that I would have as a console player is that if I have For Honor right now and I want to play on next gen, what does that entail?
All right. Well, first of all, you got to get a next-gen console, and then you can carry over seamlessly and for free everything you have right now on For Honor directly to the next-gen console. The fact that you log in with the same account, everything on our side is stored in the servers. So as soon as you log in, everything is there in your account. You have your progression, you have your heroes, your gear. Everything's there for you to continue to play.
So I just have to buy the next gen console, of course, within the same family that I'm in, whatever that may be. And then after that, I just seamlessly and freely transfer over and play as if I was on my old gen with all the graphical enhancements that you just mentioned before.
That's right. And I can tell you from having taken a look at some of the tests internally, 60 FPS on the next gen consoles with all the enhancements turned on, it looks really nice.
Awesome. Well, I don't doubt that for 1 second, guys. There's so much work that goes behind the scenes when it comes to this tech stuff that I have literally zero understanding of, and this is why we have Laurent that comes in and explains it. But of course, Laurent, I think this is a great opportunity I know the amount of work that you guys do. So, do you have any words for maybe your team and what you guys have accomplished?
For sure. I want to give a huge shout out to the tech team on the online side, engine, 3D rendering, and tooling. The stuff that the team is doing is amazing, and I'm really happy that we've been able to work on the next gen stuff and have something cool for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great news item for console players that are looking to go to the next gen, that new chapter in the gaming industry. So again, TLDR, For Honor, backward compatibility with next gen. You get graphical enhancements. You know that 60 FPS will come at a later date. We'll have more details on that. And it's free and all of that good stuff. You save all your progression. So again, thank you so much, Laurent, for taking the time to come explain this to us. Dedicated servers first. Next gen now, and who knows what's next. But again, thank you. I hope you enjoyed your time on the show.
Thanks for having me, Michael.
All right, we'll be right back with Dominion Series with Clarissa to talk about the open pools and all that good stuff. So we'll be right back after this. And we are back to talk about the Dominion series with Clarissa. For those of you who are just joining, we just talked about For Honor and Next Gen plans. If you just missed that, well, you can go back on the VOD and watch that stuff with Laurent. So again, thank you to Laurent. Clarissa, welcome back to the show. Dominion series is a big day to talk about this stuff, right?
I'm really excited though. So yes, lots of stuff, lots of information, but really exciting. So
let's start off with just an introduction to what the Dominion series is for those of you who may have missed this. This is something that we've been talking about since the beginning of Year 4, Year of Reckoning for Honor. And of course, due to the global context, we've had to kind of change things up and it's been slightly delayed. But the Dominion series is a new esports program that for its first year will be held in North America and Europe over one season on PC. And this will include 4 weeks of open pools, qualifiers, and then, open pools, qualifiers, LCQs. If you don't know what that is, that's okay. Clarissa's going to talk about it later. And finals for each region. So this year, the finals, again, will be regional as well. And due to our inability, because of the global context, to do an offline event. So generally, Dominion Series has 2 seasons per year. And again, we had to change that to having only 1 season this year. But let's talk about the structure. I know you have so many more details to share with us, Clarissa. So what can you tell us about this Dominion Series competitive program?
Well, I'll tell you all about the Dominion series and show you with this lovely image because it does get a little bit complicated. So let's start off with the first phase, which is the open pools. Open pools is open to everyone in the NA and EU region. Anyone can participate, and there's unlimited teams. So the open pools phase, there are 4 weeks, and each week there will be one tournament. So open pool number 1, for example, that you can see up there, correlates to week 1. So they're not happening all at the same time. So the open pools will happen. It is a double elimination bracket, and the winners will then qualify, or they'll move on to the closed qualifiers. The closed qualifiers will include 4 teams. It's going to be a GSL format. And the first and second place teams from the closed qualifiers will then be invited to the finals, while the third and fourth teams of the closed qualifiers will then go over to the LCQ. Over here. So after that, we have a little break, but we have the last chance qualifier pools. So last chance qualifier pools is similar to the open pool, except it's only for 1 day, not for 4 weeks. Anyone can participate in the LCQ pool, and the top 2 teams will then qualify to participate in the last chance qualifier. Well, that's what LCQ stands for. So they will compete against the 3rd and 4th place teams from the closed qualifiers in another GSL format, and the 1st place and 2nd place team of the LCQ will then move on to the finals down below here, where they will face off against the other 1st and 2nd place teams from the closed qualifiers. So that's what the finals will be comprised of. The finals will also be a GSL format, and the 1st place team will then be crowned for honor champions. So there is an overall prize pool of $35,000, which will be split between qualifiers and pools. So for the full breakdown of the prize pool, you can find that information on our Battlefy page, battlefy.com/Dominion series.
Oh, I like that. You memorized that 100%. That's fantastic. Honestly, Clarissa, on a more personal note, obviously this is something that I'm sure you hold dear to your heart. Somebody that started within the community of For Honor first before joining the For Honor dev team, and that was working on grassroots tournaments from a community perspective, and now on our side working on this competitive program. So again, congratulations again. I know that this is not a solo effort, but this is a really exciting time for players. Get to win money playing a game that you love and that you're good at. I mean, I'll never win that money because I suck shit, but this is the life. This is the life that I lead. And either way, let's get into, I don't know if you had any other thoughts on the For Honor Dominion series before we head into the tournaments leading up to that our community ran.
Nothing really. Like I said, it's a lot of information, so please make sure you read every single detail that's on the website. And like you said, it's not just like it's not just a solo work. It's a collaborate work with a lot of people at Ubisoft, including the rest of the For Honor dev team. So like we are really, really excited to see what's going up. Of course, we do have like some really awesome teams. So it's really exciting to give them the competitive space that they deserve to tell their story as the competitive players. Let's find out, because it's the first year and we don't have like a lot of history with the competitive program. So now it's really exciting because anyone can take the title, really.
Yeah, and it's step one. It's step one. Like obviously, this is the first part of the competitive program, and this has again been affected by the whole COVID situation. And as I say that, we hope that you're happy, healthy, and all of that to your families. So let's get into the tournaments that are leading up to the Dominion series that our community ran. We've got 3, if I'm not mistaken. That's right.
Yep. So let's start off with what's happening this weekend. On Saturday, October 10th, there is the first celebrationary Hodmimir's whole tournament. It's a dual tournament. All information about that will be on their Battlefy page down below right here. And another tournament that will be happening this weekend is the Arena. The Arena will be hosting a 4v4 cross-region Dominion tournament this Sunday at October 11th. It will be for PC. They will have another one the following weekend, Sunday, October 18th, for PS4. All information about how to sign up, the pricing, etc. will be on their Battlefy page as well, down below right here again. I'm going to wait a little bit so you can check it out. And then to the last tournament that we'll also give a quick shout out to is the Ocolisu Dominio. This one is for our Brazil players on the PS4. You have until October 16th to register. Well, this one will happen September, October 17th. So all information on how to register, what's the pricing, the rules, etc. Also on the Battlefy page down below over here. So while I'm pointing to here, I also want to note that there are more tournaments happening in the month and in the following months. So I definitely recommend you just going to the Battlefy page and then searching For Honor in the search bar, and then everything will be populated for you. But don't forget to sign up for the Dominion series, which you can do right now, starting October 8th for the open pool segment.
I'm absolutely loving this, Clarissa. This is great. This was fantastic. Again, this was today's show, guys. We talked about the Dominion series, of course, in this last segment, but also For Honor and Next Gen, that whole plan that was detailed by Laurent. If you guys are joining us a little bit later today in today's show, it's the outro, so you have missed everything. But we do have an article that's going to be recapping the Next Gen plan for Honor. Again, we had Laurent that was here, so all of the details that you saw today will be recapped in that article, so you can check that out at forhonorgame.com. There's going to be all of those details that you could take a look at. And if not, that's pretty much it for today's show, guys. Again, we had For Honor Next Gen, Dominion series, and then October 22nd is when we'll be back to talk about Year 4 Season 3 Resistance Title Update 2. All I could tell you is that some stuff is going to go down. And if not, that's it for me. That's it for Clarissa, and we'll see you next time. Take care, and all the best.